The government ramps up its call for the public to conserve energy. This month, the Department of Energy and the Presidential Communications Office launched an energy efficiency and conservation information campaign. It aims to educate the public on how to properly conserve energy and the importance as well of efficient energy utilization in minimizing environmental impacts. Joining us now live via Zoom to tell us more is Patrick Aquino. He is the Director of the Energy Utilization Management Bureau of the Department of Energy. Good morning, Director Aquino. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, this campaign started on May 4th, and what you're doing is you're holding events and exhibitions in different SM malls nationwide in order to reach out to more people. How has it been? How has it been received?
Well, good morning, Ms. Ria, and to all viewers of New Day. It has been quite an experience. We've had a lot of interest. We've launched, as you mentioned, at the first week of May at SM City BF Parañaque. There are ongoing activities as we speak. We have simultaneous activities in SM City Olongapo and SM City Cebu for this week. And for next week, we will be at SM City Davao and SM City Santa Rosa. It's basically a mall kiosk, as you mentioned, wherein we've been displaying energy efficient practices, energy efficient products, and for some areas, we're even showcasing the next generation vehicles or an electric vehicle. So we're encouraging the public to start thinking of investing for energy efficient products, and more importantly, making energy efficiency and conservation a way of life, a daily way of life for our fellow Filipinos.
Now, we all know that conserving energy is so important for sustainability. But what exactly is the focus of your information campaign right now? Are there any new or urgent concerns about energy supply and utilization?
Well, we've been fortunate that the public has been very receptive in terms of energy efficiency. As you've seen, we've already reached the rainy season. We've not encountered any significant power concerns here in the grid. But of course, our message of energy efficiency continues, because when we talk of saving and being more efficient, it also affects in terms of savings. There are still rising costs in terms of electricity and fuel. And our message essentially is that there are things that each and every Filipino can do to make their energy consumption more efficient. For example, we've been continuously advocating that our public set the temperature of their air conditioners at no lower than 23 degrees Celsius. We continue to update our public that you can unplug or switch off your appliances when not in use. Collectively, these acts will result to at least 5 to 10% savings in terms of your monthly electricity bills. And that's very important because it not only helps you save money that you can spend elsewhere, it also contributes to the environmental concern, because lesser consumption means lesser demand for electricity or power generation.
Right. Now, speaking of consumption, Director, your office has an initiative to monitor the consumption of electricity in government offices and agencies. How is that going?
Well, we've been doing spot checks, Ms. Ria, on government agencies for almost 2 months now. We are pleased if the public would want to check the results of our ongoing nationwide energy spot check audits. It's available in the DOE website. Mostly, we've seen that government agencies have taken the cudgels and being leading by example. In our spot checks, we do take a look at their energy consumption, if they're able to report, if they do have best practices that they are implementing in their offices. And it's not only confined here in Luzon. We have parallel activities as well, energy spot checks in the Visayas and in Mindanao. And fortunately, based on the results, majority of our government agencies are complying with this directive and showing to the public that energy efficiency can be a way of life for everyone.
That's definitely good news. Now, given that you are monitoring them quite closely, are we able to at least maybe estimate how much money has been saved by government offices and agencies through more efficient consumption of energy?
Well, Ms. Ria, from last year's figures, those reporting agencies, we were able to monitor savings of close to 26 million pesos in terms of fuel, and electricity savings of close to 100 million pesos for 2021 based on the figures that I recall. So clearly, doing energy efficiency under the government energy management programs generates savings for agencies and for government. And remember, if we are able to free up these resources, it can be spent elsewhere, which is much needed in terms of the country's resources.
Absolutely. That is fantastic to hear. Thank you so much for your time this morning. That was Director Patrick Aquino from the Energy Department.